What's up? Good morning, everybody. We are in the first weekend of June. It's your girl Aisha, otherwise known as Miss Champagne. I am out here on my patio. I live in Florida, which is Zone 9. And today we're going to do just a quick tour so you can see what's growing. One second. All right, so we're going to start off on my patio, of course. Here I have some chocolate mint that has been growing and doing well. I do have my dragon fruit cutting that has finally put on a secondary stem. So I have that going. Those are some onions that I cut and usually just dry and kind of use them like chives because they don't get a lot of sun and they're in a small pot, but they get the job done. Next to it, I have my lemon that I started from seed. I think it's about a year old. And then I have my champagne mango that I started earlier this year that has put on a few of its leaves. Down here, I planted some calendula. I harvested all my heat wave lettuce. It was starting to get attacked by spider mites, so I just pulled it all. Here I have my red beets. And these are some dragon fruit from seed, believe it or not. So a lot tinier. Here's my rosemary. And then I have my purple basil. It's growing like really wonky, trying to get as much sun as it can. This area probably only gets maybe 2 hours of morning sun. So the more sun that this gets, the darker the leaves become. So because it doesn't get a lot of sun right now, it's mostly green and only the center is purple. But either way, it's still good. Next that I have my parsley still growing. I have my thyme, and then I have my oregano, which I harvested some of that yesterday. And then here is my fiddle leaf fig, doing wonderful. The 2 new leaves that it sprouted are nice and firm and are doing well. It is loving its new pot. I did fertilize it 2 weeks ago. I have my hydrangeas that are starting to put on a new little center leaf. So hopefully they'll reflower. It was a Mother's Day gift from my daughter. That was the lily that I had. It had blossomed and died back. So I heard that they come back, so I'm just gonna keep it covered and watered. All right, in my veggie patch over here, I love this thing. I have my banana peppers, which I have one that's pretty big. It's starting to put on a lot of new blossoms. So it's doing pretty well. I haven't had any more issues with ants. When I had my cucumbers in here, it was like covered in ants, which brought aphids and was really like stunting all the new growth on my peppers. But they have been doing so much better since I got rid of the cucumbers. I have some marigolds in here. As they blossom and dry out, I literally just sprinkle the heads all over. So I have a lot that are growing from seed, like this one as well. I have my basil, my sweet basil in here. That's from seed. I popped in 2 more calendulas only because literally every calendula seed I planted germinated, and now I don't know what to do with the rest of them. I have my shishito pepper. Here I have 2 of them back here, and it's starting to put on more blossoms. I have my gypsy bell pepper, nice size peppers. So I'm trying to be patient and wait for it to turn colors, but we'll see. So it's got lots of new flowers in the back. And then down here in this grow bag, my husband bought me some tiger lily bulbs. And it said it wasn't too late to plant them, so I buried them in here. And I have a zinnia that's still in the pot. That's just sitting in there as well. And then I have my raspberry vine that is all the way over here. That's doing well. And more calendula down there. And here I have some red royal burgundy beans. Haven't seen any blossoms just yet. It does look like they're getting ready to. I'm surprised that my bean production has actually been going pretty well. Let's see if you can see them. This is my bush bean variety, and I harvested a few. I'm just trying to save these for seed actually, because it's starting to get really hot and I know my beans are going to kind of fizzle out, but they are still going strong and looking really healthy. And then I have my Heat Master tomatoes. I pruned these pretty drastically, only so the rest of the plants could get some sunlight. But they do have nice sized tomatoes on them. I think they have like one each. This one has 2 of them on there. No blossom end rot, so they're doing good. Try to keep them fertilized. And I do have a little zinnia buried in there. This is a jalapeno. It's finally tall enough to get some sunlight, so it's starting to get nice big leaves. And then these 2 tall, lanky pepper plants are my serrano. Like I said, this probably gets about 4, maybe 5 hours of sun on a good sunny day in the morning. Nothing's growing on this side, so one of the downsides of growing inside of your patio. The goal is to get my yard paved. So just waiting to get a quote. I've already got approval from my HOA, and then this can go outside, and then I can actually utilize all the rest of these empty cells. This is my other jalapeno plant, starting to put on some flowers, so hopefully it'll be fruiting soon. And then there's the back of the serrano, another calendula. I think I have another calendula right there. I have some candle fire okra. That is doing well. This one struggled. It got hit really bad by the spider mites before I sprayed. So that was a marigold from seed, a yellow one. And I have a pineapple top here. I have my other pineapple tops here, another pineapple top there, and they all have side pups, so they put up like a side shoot of pineapple, so they didn't grow from the original top, it grew from the side. And this one has 2 of them, one on this side and one on that side. Then I have my aloe. It has another, I think 2 pups, 2 additional pups that I put on down there besides this one. So all of these need to be separated and put into separate pots. It is still getting massive. It's one of my, I think it's Rosella something. I forget what it's called, but it's not getting a lot of sun in this side of my patio, not in the summertime. In the fall, the sun shifts and all the sun is over here. And then the heat isn't as intense. So I'm just leaving it here. And this is my first pineapple top that I ever planted. Grew straight from the center. It is nice and big, doing well. I want to say I've had this for a year, so we'll see. Hopefully it does something soon. And this is my little seed starting station, greenhouse seed storage. Love this thing. Got the idea from Team Benson. I saw her advertise it, so I went on Amazon and ordered it immediately. Love it. And then there is the rest of the calendula, and then some black-eyed Susans that I planted in here. And like I said, every last calendula seed that I planted germinated. So now I know in the future to literally only plant what I need. All right, let's go outside. This is Samson taking a morning nap. All right, I have my compost bin. I have my sweet potatoes here. And then I have my regular potatoes. Haven't died all the way back, so still waiting to harvest those. I have my pink Eureka lemon tree, putting on some new leaves, so that's always exciting. No blossoms. It didn't blossom for me last year, or it didn't keep any of its blossoms last year. But as long as it's growing and looking healthy, I guess I'm okay with it for now. This is my Myers lemon. This one blossomed very heavy last year and really suffered to bounce back. So I pinched off all the blossoms that it tried to produce just so we could focus on its foliage. So it's getting nice new green leaves. This was my volunteer heat master from last year, and it is loaded. It's crazy how your volunteer plants will do so much better than the ones that you like tended to and nursed, and it's still putting on flowers. I have some society garlic here, my last remaining onion, some chocolate mint that I propagated and threw in here. I have my Barbados cherry that I moved, salvia, bees have been loving it. These were my 2 serrano and 2 jalapeno plants. They're probably planted way too close together in this little 2-foot by 2-foot square planter, but regardless, they are putting on peppers and flowering. I do try to keep it heavily fertilized. This one hasn't flowered yet. I don't know, they look alike in the beginning, so it's hard for me to tell until they start getting fat, but I think this is the jalapeno one. This one's also flowering. That one's just now starting to flower. So they look happy, they're doing well. They're nice, short and bushy. I did top all of these, so they're doing well. And then this is my other heat master. I have been harvesting from this one. I've got a few tomatoes left. I do have to fertilize this one a lot. The pineapple stage, the roots are extensive. Like, they took over this whole planter, so I don't know if I can plant anything else in here next year. I guess it grows kind of like mint, and it's very invasive to whatever you plant it in. So this is now its permanent container, and I will let it have it. I bought this last fall. I love the bright pink, vibrant flowers that it sends up. This is my blueberry. I have 2 more blueberries back there. That's one of my big ones that produced a lot this year. This one produced a little bit. This one is still recovering. I dug this one up from the ground of my old house, so it had to focus all of its energy on just trying to get new leaves. And then back here I have sugar cane, and I do have 1 red onion that I started from seed, and I have just sugar cane in this one. And I do fertilize that one with high nitrogen fertilizer because it's grass basically. So sugarcane, this is its season. It's loving the heat, it's loving the rain. It's doing well. I need to get back there and pull some of those tall weeds. And then my beautiful mammoth sunflower finally opened up last weekend, so I'm enjoying it. It is facing east, so it's facing all of the morning sun. just looking beautiful. I've seen a few bees out here. We did have a little tropical storm blow through over the weekend, so I'm just happy to see that it's still standing, even though it's a little bit droopy. I thought it was gonna like snap and break, but it survived, so that makes me happy. All right, and then like I said, the plan is to go probably out 10 feet and go across the length of my patio and then come back, and then I could move a lot of these plants further out where they can get at least 6 to 8 hours of the morning sun, because usually by 3 o'clock the sun is over the house, and that's when the heat is the most intense, at least in Florida. So I feel like they'll do pretty well out there. That's all that I have going on. You want to come outside, Samson? All right. All right, now that I let Samson out, this is some rosemary that I started from seed. This is some rosemary that I'm attempting to propagate. And these are some more pepper seedlings. A few different varieties. I don't think I can read these anymore. Hot Poblano, maybe? I want to say Sweet Slovenia. That was my Sweet Heat. I do remember that one. Those are from seeds that I saved from one of my plants. And I think this one was Cuban Ale. But we'll see. They are doing well. Peppers grow so slow in the beginning. So slow. They take their sweet time. I got these going. Forgot to talk about my nasturtium. That's still hanging on. I'm pretty sure that these could be much bigger if they got more sun, but they don't. But they're so pretty. I love these variegated leaf patterns. So hopefully it hangs on through the summer. If not, I'll just plant some more in the fall when this area gets all of the sun, so it can be nice and pretty and draping down. And then I have my sweet potato vine that's just basically ornamental. But you never know, it may produce a sweet potato. All right, now that you've seen everything, don't forget to like and subscribe, share what you have growing, what you're planting, and that's it. Love you guys. Bye.